Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswati vyasam tato jayamudirayet prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1, chapter 15, verse 40. Is it live stream? Yes. Okay. Deepu is also there. Great. Chandra Kumar is there. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1, chapter 15, verse 40. Visrujyata tratat sarvam.
Sarvam.
Dukkula valayadikam. Nirmamo nirahankara. Sanchinna sesha bandhana. Visrujya tatra tat sarvam. Dukkula valayadikam. Nirmamo nirhankara. Sanchinna sesha bandhana. Divyarupa. Visrujya tatra sarvam. Dukkula valayadikam. Nirmamo nirahankara. Sanchinna sesha bandhana. Krishna Chandra Nanda Kumar.
Visrujya tatra tat sarvam. Dukkula valayadikam. Nirmano nirahankara. Sanchinna sesha bandhana.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace of Charnar with the Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Synonyms: Visrujya, relinquishing. Tatra, all those. Tat, that. Sarvam, everything. Dukkula, belt. Valaya adikam, and bangles. Nirmama, uninterested. Nirahankara, unattached. Sanchinna, perfectly cut off. Ashesha bandhana, unlimited attachment. Translation, please repeat after me. Maharaja Yudhishthira at once relinquished all his garments.
Maharaja Yudhishthira at once relinquished all his garments.
Belt and ornaments of the royal order. and became completely disinterested and unattached to everything.
And became completely disinterested and unattached to everything.
Attached to everything.
Purport.
Purport. To become purified of material contamination is the necessary qualification for becoming one of the associates of the Lord. No one can become an associate of the Lord or can go back to Godhead without such purification. Maharaja Yudhishthira, therefore, to become spiritually pure, at once gave up his royal opulence, relinquishing his royal dress and garments. The kashaya or saffron loincloth of a sannyasi indicates freedom from all attractive material garments, and thus he changed his dress accordingly. He became disinterested in his kingdom and family, and thus became free from all material contamination or material designation. People are generally attached to various kinds of designations. The designations of family, society, country, occupation, wealth, position, and many others. As long as one is attached to such designations, he is considered materially impure. The so-called leaders of men in the modern age are attached by national consciousness, but they do not know that such false consciousness is also another designation of the materially conditioned soul. One has to relinquish such designations before one can become eligible to go back to Godhead. Foolish people adore such men who die in national consciousness, but here is an example of Maharaja Yudhishthira, a royal king who prepared himself to leave this world without such national consciousness. And yet he is remembered even today because he was a great pious king, almost on the same level with the personality of Godhead, Sri Rama. And because people of the world were dominated by such pious kings, they were happy in all respects, and it was quite possible for such great emperors to rule the world.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathaga Swami Iti Namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Drupa Pradayine Gaurakata Dhamathaya Nagara Grama Tadine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavate Vastavya Desakadine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudana Sri Krishna Tarinam Paramanandam Alok Sri Chaitanya Mishram Hari Om Tat Sat. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. So Maharaja Yudhishthira at once relinquished all his garments, belt, and ornaments of the royal order and became completely disinterested and unattached to everything. This is required. If you want to go back home, back to Godhead, then you will have to completely become detached to any material things. Even if you have got little attachment for material things, then you will not be allowed. Prakriti will say, you just satisfy yourself. You want this, do it. Be here, like this. You see, why are we taking birth again and again? Because even at the time of death, we have some attachment. Oh, my son, oh, my property, oh, my bank balance, oh, my wife, oh, my political party, oh, my this and oh, my that. So you have to come back again. Similarly, if you are totally detached, then Maya will not allow you inside. You don't have any attachment. What is the work for you? She won't allow. But Krishna will allow, like Guru Maharaj and Prabhupada. They don't have any attachment here. So Maya has not allowed them. Rather, Maya has welcomed them inside, not for entangling them, but for delivering others. She creates opportunity for them to deliver others. And that's a different way of Maya's work. But if you have any attachment here, you have to come back again in another body to complete that attachment. While fulfilling that attachment, you will develop new attachments. And then again, at the time of death, your attachments are not detached. So you have to come again. So being in material world, you cannot remain fully detached. Vishwamitra tried. Then he has become the father of his daughter, Sakuntala. So like that. Then what we will do? Because our nature is to be attached to something. You cannot eradicate your nature. Nature is from spirituality. Nature is not material. So why then it is asked that you should detach and how to detach? If you are having attachment, you have to come back again. If you don't have attachment, you will not come back. But where will you go? You will go where your attachment is always. That is the absolute truth. So if you are attached to Krishna, then you will go back from that part. If you are having attachment to this material world, you will come back here. This is a simple truth, and we all are experiencing the same thing without any doubt. Isn't it? Say, for example, a small child. A small child, we are all like small children. Krishna is giving us independence. God has given us freedom, little freedom, out of affection. Like out of affection, mother and father, they give freedom to the small children. Because child's freedom is nonsense. And similarly, Krishna's given freedom to us. It is our nonsense because we are not properly know how to utilize this particular freedom. Like the child doesn't know how to utilize the freedom given by father and mother. It must be protected. Therefore, all the living entities who have come to this material world for enjoying, this is exactly like the child, a small child. You let him be free. He will catch up something. He will catch up sometimes this, sometimes that. This catching this and catching that is what he knows. He doesn't know what he is catching. Sometimes he catches fire and gets burned, his hand. Sometimes he falls down in the water. So it's very dangerous. Sometimes he catches snake. He doesn't know what is what. So similarly, we are in the modes of material nature. And what are we doing? Sattva, Rajoguna, Tamaguna mixture. So we don't know anything. Exactly like the child. It doesn't know anything. It can catch anything. So what is his actual interest? And in this material world, he does not know what is actually what I should capture. What I should capture. That I don't know in the material world. So I am trying to capture something. Sometimes good wife, good children, good money, good education, good reputation, good bungalow, good car, and so on and so forth. So many things I am catching. But I don't know what is I should catch. This is called Muna, rascal or fool. What I should catch? The real interest is to capture Krishna. That is our real interest. But he doesn't know. So the capturing power and capacity is there. We saw even in a small child, it is there. It doesn't know what to catch, what not to catch. Similarly, in every human being who fall into the material world, the capturing capacity and proficiency is there, but he doesn't know he has to capture Krishna. The just want to catch something eatable so that it can eat. If you keep some item and biscuit also, it will go and catch biscuits. It knows that, okay, it is eatable, and it catches that. So the discrimination, yes, not got. Now you see the fish in the sea. Krishna has given abundant food to the fish also within the water so that it can survive. But still, he let it breathe. These people who want to catch fish, they will put something and put it in the water. Though Krishna has given so many things to catch for the fish to eat and live happily, the fish will come and catch this and it will get killed. Conditioned by the tongue. So the senses are driving him. Though Krishna has given enough things for the fish to catch and eat and live peacefully in the water, he will still go and catch what is attracted by this particular illusory representation. The man who wants to catch the fish is putting something. I don't know what it is called. Okay, he will capture it. The, what is it called? Fish catching tackle. And little something for taste, that's all. And the fish will catch, the cost is its life. Isn't it? Similarly, the bees, they enter the big lotus flower, enjoying the smell. They are so much addicted to the smell of the lotus that they go and they sit inside and enjoy the smell. But in the evening, and with the set of sunset, what will happen? The petal will close and they remain and suffocated and loses their lives. So bees, they die there in one night only. In the lotus, they sit there for smell. So we got different senses, The bee is losing its life on account of this nostril. Very powerful. And they want to smell. Similarly, the fish is losing his life on account of his tongue. Similarly, the elephant. The elephants, how they are caught? Such a big, powerful animal. But he will lose his independence for sex life. They will train the she-elephant, female elephant, and they will induce the female elephant to attract this male elephant. Since the female elephant is trained, she will come to induce him, and the male elephant will go behind that, and the she-elephant is well trained up. She puts him in a ditch. And then he falls down, then he cannot move. That means, you see, in spite of his becoming such a great animal and very powerful animal, simply for sex life, he becomes captivated. So someone is becoming victim for these senses. We are seeing in every living entity. We are seeing, the deer, the forest. They are very fond of music. The hunter will come, he will play on his flute. Immediately the deer will stand and enjoy the music. It will listen to the flute because it's very part of hearing musical sound. And immediately hunter will. So one is losing for ear, one is losing for smelling, one is losing for sightseeing. You know what is sightseeing? We have seen the insects. When there is fire or during rainy season in the light, they will come in bulk, so much attracted to the fire, and they will fall into the fire. This is called a sightseeing. So they will give their life. They fall into the fire and die. Wow, very beautiful fire. And they will go and fall down. So we have got all these senses, right? We got ear, we got nose, we got tongue, we got sightseeing, we got sex, all the senses we have got. But we have seen now in these examples, each of the living entity, the animals or birds or beasts or aquatics, that they are only addicted with one sense is only powerful. And with that one powerful sense, they lose their life. Now think of human being, all the senses are powerful. All the senses are powerful. We have got all senses very powerful. So in Bhagavata, it has been explained, just like a man has got 6 wives. Means man means any living entity. It not be man. Because we say wife is a man. But senses are the wife of the living entity. So 6 senses means 6 wives. Now what happens? One wife is capturing his one hand, another wife capturing another hand, one wife capturing one leg, another wife capturing another leg. In this way, some capture the hair. He is incapable. Everyone is asking, you come to my room, you come to my room. You, how can, but where he can go? He's captured. He's captured. All senses are, at least other animals, only one sense is agitated, it goes and it dies. But here, all 4 sides is being captured. Where will he go? So he's captured by all the senses, the sense gratification. Many objects of sense gratifications are displayed in front of the eyes, and each senses, it's not just eyes. Each sense can sense the sensory objects. Every sense has its own activity, work, and it will be attracted by its sensory object. So this is, very, very difficult for the human being to have all the senses are very powerful and, captivated. With that, if he's given the freedom also, now think, he's totally doomed. So we need to understand that how this Yudhishthira Maharaj is the king. And though he is a king, his objective is to purify spiritually. Because he's a devotee, he has so much royal opulence. He's giving up a royal dress. He's giving up a royal dress. Valayadi means what? A king is decorated with fine jewelry, bangles, and many, many other, everywhere. Nowadays, nobody has seen also how many different types of ornaments there were. Nobody has seen also. Maybe a few are available in museums. Otherwise, they didn't see. They don't know. Simply plastic plate or a paper plate, and he thinks something. That's all. They don't even know what is really opulent. And this king Yudhishthira had extremely opulent that even Indra became envious. Kubera became fearful. So that opulent in this Yudhishthira had. And these people today, they don't know. They have never imagined a golden plate. And this Yudhishthira, they eat in golden plates. Just see, Kshatriya. So these people, they don't know what is silver plate, what is jewelry, all forgotten. And still they are proud of the advancement of material civilization. What you have got, plastic and paper plate, that's all. No more ornaments, no jewels, no house, no garment, no life. Everything is gone, and still they are proud. We are advancing in this material civilization. Money, we have got money. What is that money? Paper, that's all. It is a society at present where we are living, and we are seeing the attachment intensity has further increased with the greed. Impure it has become the attachment. Earlier, the attachment had meaning. They were attached to real wealth, real gold, real ornaments, not paper, not plastic. That had little meaning, at least. But still, they were not greedy, you see. Now it's everything is illusion, plastic and paper, and they are greedy, their attachment. How worst we have come. How worst we have come. Just in 5,000 years, not much. Oh my God. So this is the science and philosophy, you see. The Big Bang theory they have come with, the scientists. See, it is very common sense that if some bomb blasts, what will happen? Police inquiry comes, press reporters comes. Who planted this bomb? Who blasted this bomb? This question generally asked even in Kali Yuga. And those scientists said Big Bang, there was an explosion. Nobody asked who exploded it, who kept the bomb. Not even common sense they had, and they gave it Nobel Prize. This is the advancement. You see the foolish people. One bomb has blasted, such a huge bomb. Will not the question arise whose work it is? Who has planted the bomb? How it is exploded? Even this silly question that we ask, even the police inquiry is asking, if a small bomb is blasted and such a huge explosion has exploded, the scientists saying, nobody has asked. No brain at all. No brain how this explosion took place. Huh? But here, if some bomb exploded, immediately police inquiry. Who has put this bomb? How it took place? Huh? But these fools, they don't have any common sense also. What to speak of this knowledge and brain? They don't have brain substance at all. Big Bang theory, they accept it foolishly. Who brought out that bomb? Who exploded? Where was the remote control? How was it exploded? Nobody asked the question. If you ask only, scientists will at least think, yeah, I told lies. It is from my imagination. The remote is also in my mind. Everything is in my mind. Actually, there was no evidence. Nothing exploded. He could at least think. But these common people, they didn't even ask who has put the bomb there, how it got exploded. You silly think the police inquiry can do that. So this is the situation. So this is very, very difficult, So we need to get rid of this false attachment. It is not the real jewelry or opulent. You see, even the plastic and paper today, people's attachment and greed has increased. This renunciation means come out from this greed. This kind of material attachment keeps you here in the material world, birth after birth. This is Maya, this is illusion. Evidently proven. How much people are greedy for the gold, the same amount of greed is there for the currency. It takes so much of 500 rupees bundles. He goes to buy jewelry, for example, or buy something, or land or something. Now, when he is going, suddenly he hears the news. The government has banned these 500 notes completely, and you cannot spend more than 10 notes. Where is his opulent? His greed and attachment is there, but this is already, it is paper, it has no value. Any moment the government will make the value zero. You may have 2000 rupees note, you may have 500 rupees note, but the government can make it null and void within no time. It doesn't have any value actually. So this, we need to understand, attachment is the mental thing that we should purify. By chanting the holy name, by take association of the devotees, by regular attendance in Srimad Bhagavatam class, you should purify that mentality first of all. After all, this paper and the plastics, why you want to get attached and to remain in the material world, poor material world? Why? Why? The real opulent Krishna, full of opulence is that unless otherwise you have developed attachment to Krishna, there is no chance of going back and back to God. If you are detached in the material world, it does not guarantee that you will go back, come back to God. Because you should know there is a Godhead. You should know He is a home, He has His address, His name, His form. What is your relationship? Yeah. If you know some address, will you go? Here also you will not go. You know so many addresses, but you won't go because there is no relation. But if you know your relative in that particular address, though the house is not his own, it is a rented house. If there is a relation, then you will go. So like that, we have to first re-establish the lost relationship with Krishna. Then you try to know. When you establish relationship, you want to know the address. Then you want to go there. So like that, the attachment should start beginning. So in this way, positive attachment to Krishna and Guru should be increasing. Then what will happen? This kind of material attachment will automatically go. It is not that bring in a detachment to kill the attachment. No. Transfer the attachment from material to spiritual. That's all you need to do. And this is called Krishna consciousness. How can you do that? It begins with chanting Hare Krishna. Devotional service is the only means of transferring your attachment from material into spiritual direct transfer. Direct transfer. Just like you have Indian currency, you want to go to US, you need to convert it to US dollar. Then you go to the proper exchange. There will be exchange of money will be there. So you will get all Indian currencies converted into US dollar. After converting into US dollar, even the Indian government disqualify the money, you don't have any worry because you have US dollar in your hand. So like that, your attachment from the material, you transfer to spiritual, and then you don't need to worry about the material attachment, whether it is there, it is not there, you don't need to worry about it. So this is the only way. Yudhishthira Maharaj is one of the best examples that is so much opulent that Indra was envious of his opulence. And he has renounced everything within no time. As soon as he heard that Krishna has found up his pastime, what do I have here now? I have nothing to do. Because I have come here all the way for Krishna, in search of Krishna, to serve Krishna. I found him, I served him. Now he left. Why should I be here? I don't have anything else. So he immediately has prepared. He doesn't care for anything else, because when a devotee comes in the service of Krishna, he may get birth within a family. That family may be like Muhammadan family, like Haridas Thakur, or it may be a royal family like Yudhishthira Maharaj. That doesn't matter for them. Or that may be an American family like our Guru Maharaj. That may be a Bengali devotee family like Prabhupada. Doesn't matter for them at all these things, because they're coming for Krishna. So they have to get birth in some family so that the human being will accept them, their instructions, they will follow them and all. So they will take birth where Krishna wants them to take birth. The local people may get attached, the family people may get attached, but this personality is attached only to Gauranga Krishna. And he will remain here only in the service of Krishna. As soon as he thinks that staying in the family will not help me serving Krishna, they will simply quit the family and keep walking out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in 24 years when his wife was 16 years at home, and widow mother was there. So this is the mission of the Lord. When he came as his own devotee also, he acted the same way the other devotees are acting. Srila Prabhupada left home with his wife and 4 children, left out. He simply walked out in the service, because when he's staying in the house favorable to service, they will stay in the house. As a son, as a mother, as a father, as a brother, as a husband, doesn't matter. With whatever it supports the favorable to serving Krishna, they will stay. When the same thing is not favorable to service Krishna, they reject unfavorable. They accept favorable, they go out. So Yudhishthira Maharaj here saw that, okay, I think my duty is finished because Krishna has wound up. I don't have anything to do here, so let me wind up. It doesn't take any much time. He doesn't need to go on canvas every day and tell me, please see, I have to go, I will leave, all these things. No, get lost. If I die, will I tell you and die that I'm going to die, so please take care and all this. Nothing. So like that, it is civil death. For Krishna, Yudhishthira decided, okay, let me go back. That's all. He immediately, disinterested in anything material. The body he had to hold, so he's carrying. Otherwise, he'll relinquish that also. So that is the pure devotee status, and such an opulent royal king, and nobody asks him to quit, and nobody wants him to quit. Everybody loves him also. It is not that, okay, there are enemies, so let me quit. No. Yudhishthira is the only person written in Srimad Bhagavatam, one who has no enemy. Such a person, all opulences, everybody is favoring, but he relinquished everything because Krishna is missing. So without Krishna, nothing matters. So he relinquished everything. So this is the real mentality of a devotee. You can think from the detachment perspective, you can think from the devotional perspective. Because the detachment may not be a strong reason, because with the detachment, if you relinquish everything, you will again develop attachment. Why? Because you have not developed attachment to Krishna. But you have to develop attachment because you are a soul. Nature is to get attached. So if you voluntarily retire, just like Vishwamitra, he has detached from his senses. But a simply twinkling bell sound of Menaka has made him again attached to that typical material life. This is what, when you try to detach yourself alone without developing attachment to Krishna or Guru. So our detachment is not our main aim. Attachment, instead of attached to material world, convert, divert, or transfer that attachment to Guru and Krishna is the actual process in every moment of our life. Whatever we are doing, there must be a light transfer of our attachment from material to spiritual. We'll keep on going. That is called advancement. That is called civilization. That is called progressing. So that is wanted. And that is one of the good examples here. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization, please to share with us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Thank you very much for the association. We'll resume our class tomorrow sharp at 8 o'clock night. Srimad Bhagavatam. Till then, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Vadita Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai
Vaishnav Pranam.
Raksha
पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Guru Maharaj has expanded Kolkata. He has inaugurated the Rath Yatra
along with the Chief Minister Mamta, and she has uploaded that photograph in her official Facebook of West Bengal Chief Minister.
It's very wonderful. She was bowing down before Guru Maharaj, and that photo she herself has uploaded. So amazing it is. And you can see in the Facebook, it would be there in all over the world in the news, over India at least. So Guru Maharaj is back. Guru Maharaj